Hello guys and welcome back to Talent League, and today what a lineup we have out for you guys here. It is Machine Soldiers versus Maestria in the lower bracket semi-finals. I am Pyro and I am joined today by Rick. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Now, this I would say is one of the more important games of the time series because it determines who stays and who goes to the next level. So whoever wins this game goes off to the playoffs, and then they reserve their spot for next season. Whoever loses this is basically out. So
It's a
these teams will be
bye-bye.
fighting for their lives, right?
Yeah.
And well, it's gonna be a tense one for sure, I'd say. So
I
I'm
think
very looking forward to it.
tense is a good word. It's definitely going to be nerve-wracking for both of these teams. They have a lot of pressure that's going to be stacked on their shoulders. As you said, it's win or go home. Basically, it is win or go home. And that is why these games, I love to cast these games, Rick, and especially with you.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all mine. And the other thing that I really love about this game as well is the fact that we're gonna have three great maps because none of it is Oregon. Like I think for the first time in a really long time, we're not getting Oregon play. Instead, we're getting Chalet, Villa, and Clubhouse. So Chalet was picked by Machine Soldiers, and they're gonna be um, are they, they haven't picked a side yet, but
LA
Chalet's gonna be picked
MSR defense, yeah.
exactly. So Chalet on defense versus Machine Soldiers. Next up is Villa, picked by Maestria. They're going to be attacking first, and then of course we're going to go to the Desire Clubhouse. And if it comes to the third map, it's going to be a banger. I will say. So
Like Clubhouse.
Clubhouse still better than Oregon. I mean, it's always
Yeah,
like it's always something interesting about Clubhouse that you cannot like resist casting that map. So
I've got a
we
very
are ready
controversial
though.
opinion. I've got a very
Yes.
controversial opinion on Clubhouse. I do not like CCTV. I prefer bar. I'm just going to put it out there before we're just going to throw that juicy little fact into there before we actually start into this game. But into it, we are beginning to go into. And, right, operator bans here, Rick. I'm going to ask you to predict the attacker sided here. What a machine.
It's really easy. It's gonna be
Right, you
Thatcher, and
say
then of
that. You
course
say
you're gonna ban
you
Kate.
say that. You say that. But we've seen it happen before where Thatcher just is not banned. So I'm going to hold you to that. If Thatcher is not banned here, then well, you're going to have to
Forest,
admit
then
you're
it'll
wrong.
be Forest. There we go. There we go. See,
Oh,
see,
okay, Thatcher. Okay, I guess you are correct this time.
80% ban rate.
Yeah, yeah, it does make sense to pick Thatcher, and I see why Machine Soldiers have done it, especially being on the defensive side first. There's a lot of walls, especially on towards that top floor, and also down in Snowmobile as well. You
Oh,
predicted perfectly both of them. Thatcher and the Flores gone out almost immediately. I'm actually interested to see why Maestria banned the Flores, though. They could have used him. He is a powerful operator to get rid of any utility burn, but with this, maybe he's going to see a Cade, but no! Valkyrie, Vic. Thoughts?
Valkyrie is definitely always a solid ban pick, just because of all the information that you gain from her, and then of course that means you would then have to play IQ, which would then reduce the amount of utility you could bring on a certain lineup. So getting rid of her makes sense. Now that does kind of leave the Azami in play, which is another issue on its own, except for the fact that since the attackers do bring usually on average about 8 grenades now, it is also
Yeah.
not the biggest issue in the world. I will say that Zombie is still very powerful, but the fact that the mirror is banned though, that is curious. That's gonna leave the Kate in play. Now the thing is that machine soldiers are not playing Kate, so that is quite curious. But since they are defending Bar Gaming, there's really no use for him. So that does make sense. Now, Bar Gaming is definitely the strongest site on this map, since a lot of teams go straight for it on the first go. So we might not, so I suppose it does make sense then to just not ban Kate in that case, since there's only about two sites really where you can use them, and they're not the strongest sites per se.
Yeah, you want to play towards those middle floors on Chalet, especially those first floor sites. We see one of them being done now, as you mentioned, bar, and the other one being towards that kitchen and dining side. Those are my two, at least, and what we see in Pro League, the two strongest sides on Chalet. But I was going to say something about the attacking lineup, but they have used the attack repick twice, make that 3 times, going onto a Maverick, onto a Sledge, and onto a Twitch. But look at Steely, still being on that glass. Now, I have seen this in Talent League used quite a lot towards taking that library floor here, Rick. So maybe that is where the glass is going to be used.
Well, certainly. Another thing I would touch on is that there is a Maverick in play. Now, they know that the defenders are playing in bar gaming, so it would not at first make sense to play Mav, right? The thing is that they are going to go in from the basement with that sledge, and then they're going to open a little line of sight into the little closet. From there, they can spot out whoever's playing in there. And now they are spotting out the Melusi being played by Creeds as well, but he gets out of there before anything gets too serious. But they do kind of have a general idea of where he is. So they will try to find him. But this count, though, will find Pan at first. That is the Twitch gone. That is the F2 with huge impact just gone. It's probably a very nice shot, I would say. But now there's coming in a trade from SZP. He takes out Creeds. That is a 1-for-1. And that makes it even for that both teams. But that was so close. That was almost a kill onto eToils, but he survives it, and that leaves him low. But that he does have the Finca, so he's gonna not suffer too much from it, I'd say.
I was thinking in my head, oh, he's going to get this. If he gets a little bit more to the right, he would have got that kill. He does put eToils on very low health, on 50 HP, but it's Finca. You can boost. You've still got 2 boosts left. But 1 minute 30, about to go through, and it's 4-4, even man count at this point. Not a lot of map control being taken by Maestria, though. They still haven't got this top floor, although they are working on it, Rick. They are working on getting this top floor, but will it be too slow?
I'd definitely say so, because the 2 things that will facilitate this plan, first of all, is that you need to get top 4 and get a kill like that onto Adrian with the grenade, takes down the Warden, but ADN takes a few shots to almost to the face. Honk gets a kill onto Steely. That makes it a 3v3. These teams are just trading blows back and forth, but now there's eToils. They get a nice shot in the back onto Venoms, making it a 3v2. This is looking very good for Maestria. Extremely good, as it's now up to discount in a 1v3, and he doesn't have any idea where the attackers are. There's one jumping in onto no, he did not jump in, my bad. But he's in a 3v1, and he has to find 3 attackers with an LMG in play, and they should get the plant down right about now, I'd say. There it is. SCP's going for it. They have to cover it.
He's got top floor. He has got top floor control, but only one of those hatches are open. Plan's gone down. He's not going to be able to do anything. ADN on the outside of the balcony, watching the flank from top floor, manages to get the final kill in the round. Now, midway through that, Rick, I was thinking time was going to be a factor, but Maestria just have everything to say about that, getting 3 very, very quick kills in that round. So well played from them.
Yeah, those frags were very crucial, because if they did not get those frags, then it would have to go down to a plant situation, and then they would have to cover. And the thing is that in that situation, the defenders still have their control over closet, which can open up room for a smoke denial or C4 denial, or simply it's peeking it, which would make it problematic. So if Maestria spent all their time attacking the top floor, try to clear it, then they wouldn't have time to clear out the closet, and that would have been problematic. But it doesn't happen because they got all the kills. And you always say that kills aren't everything, but they are pretty much most of what the game is comprised of anyway, so you can't really discount that fact anyway. And so we're going to be going down to the basement now. This is the site that, well, everyone would say is the worst on Chalet.
Really? It's got a lot more momentum in these past couple of seasons. It has started to be sneaking out there in playing, especially in comp play as well. I know, I have seen the lineup. There's a Glass, there's a Finca, there's a Capital, and there is also ADN on that Thermite. Never switching off from the hard breach, but I'm expecting a snowmobile rush here. They're going to open up that wall, get in very quickly, but yet again, they have to deal with the Cade and also Honk on the pulse. If he manages to get a direction, a scanner down towards that area, he might identify where the flank's coming in on. But look at eToils. He's already in for that first floor. Jumped in very quickly, trying to get as many kills as he can. We'll see how this round plays out, Rick.
They got the call, now they can open the wall, now they have all of the control. They don't have much control yet, but right now, all they have to do is establish some control over the top of this staircase that Creed is playing around, so that no one can push down from it, and so that will facilitate a plant. Now, the thing is, there are 2 attackers now also on the side of Trench, which makes it look like they are going to try to open every single wall that they can, because that is kind of what Thermite needs to do anyway. He only has 2 of those charges, They first need to find this Kate call, which likely I think is gonna be upstairs. They see the Kate, and he's gonna be blinded, and a free kill coming out for Panda. Adrian is dead, but he's not aware of the second player, and he almost gets killed himself. He backs off at the right minute, but the UMP does not do enough damage to take him out, but Discount will, as he gets a headshot of the E-Toils. That is now a 4v4, and almost a nice shot coming out from the glass, but well, Discount dodges it. The Pulse is giving all the information, but they know that he's on the staircase, and he's gonna be very aware of that. So, dangerous situation here for the Pulse, but also for the Blitz because he is 1 HP.
I like that you see his armies here, cutting off the sight lines. You've only got ADN and you've got Panda, who are pushing back from that side. Look at Blitz running up the stairs, going after that Pulse, and he gets the kill on towards the Blitz. So now, in a 4 versus 3 situation, Machine Soldiers have the man advantage, and now you have to push one person towards the back. Steely's going to go for a flank. He's going to try and get some quick kills. They need to get a kill, Maestria, but they have to be careful of the Pulse. He's just going to play from this hatch. 4 versus 2. Creed gets a kill. Another one coming out from Discount. It's all falling apart for Maestria. It's all up to Steely with that bearing 9. He's got very limited ammo and a lot of man to find. A lot of meat to grind through and not a lot of time. 40 seconds left on the board. Full health Steely versus mostly the entirety of Machine Soldiers. The glass comes out. He's opting to go with the actual rifle. I don't know why. Stick with your SMG. Discount just peeks around the corner. And that is it for that round there, Rick. I don't think there's any doubt. No doubt there.
I definitely did not give him any chance to win that punch because, of course, that he ran out of smoke, so he didn't really have anything to play with. Even some of the other attackers, if they were still alive, they might have a bit of utility to play. But because he was basically a almost completely defenseless operator with only like a DMR, he had no chance. So that makes it an equal 1-1 now. These teams are really trading blows, which is great to see. You want to see the most competitive game possible out of them, especially in the high-stakes match. Now, Machine Soldiers, they're going to Kitchen. This is the other good side on Chalet. As you said, it's always being played on the middle floor, which actually is the first floor anyway, so depending on how you call it. So this setup looks pretty standard, except for the inclusion of the Echo. Echo has seen a bit more play recently. I mean, there was a point where he only got played in Pro League pretty much every single time because of the invisibility. That was like one of the most crucial abilities in the game, I'd say. But now that his drone is basically just a glorified Valcam, he is way more conservatively played. But we'll see how it manages, because we have seen some brilliant plays with Echo in Pro League, but not as much as we used to, you know? Like, there was a point where Echo now was always gonna like win them rounds, but now we barely see like 1 or 2 clips of it in Pro League. So, you know, it's a change of pace.
Yeah, I think it's all about saving the Echo drones till late in the round when your attackers, you're planting, the stress of the situation is on, and you can't do anything about if you have 2 Echo drones to try and find and kill. So that is when Echo is going to be strong. And I'm interested to see how Honk will play it and how Machine Soldiers will go around that, because they can't get rushed too quickly. They can't lose men early on into the round. That is the key for this defensive strategy here. But look at their setup here, Rick. They got majority on that top floor, and then they've got 2 players holding below. So they have to be careful of a bottom floor rush, but they can't give top floor control too easily. We know how good this top floor is. Oh, that was so close. Shots ringing out. E-Toils nearly gets his head taken off there, Rick.
Certainly, and now they have to prepare for this hard breach into the top floor. There goes ADN. He gets the thermite charge down. They're gonna blow the mute jammer from below. Adrian takes some damage from the grenade thrown from the bottom of fireplace, and now they got the wall open into office above, and E-Toy gets a kill on the Discount. There goes the Jaeger. That was one of their most high impact players, and now they will need to find a mute as well. They see him behind the half wall. The information is there. The flash might come out, but the C4 will miss, and so the mute is in great distress here. He cannot get out and he cannot retreat. He has to fight for his life, but that will make him a 3v5 if he dies.
there's even more players coming up towards to help Maestria as well. We actually saw the player
Oh.
coming up there, and he's finally down. Adrian being killed. The Echo's trying to do everything they can to save him. Kreese is pushing up. He needs to try and get a kill here, but he can't be too aggressive. If he dies, all of a sudden, it's in a 5 versus 2 situation. Oh! Almost a long shot there from Venoms as he puts a minuscule amount of damage for Esports, but there Adrian goes. Sealy gets the kill, but Honk immediately retrades from below. Wait, is that iron sights on the Echo?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. I do not believe my eyes, but it is what it is, you know?
It is what it is. And we'll see how that, because he's actually got a kill in this round, Rick. You have to look at the timer as well. In a 4 versus 3 situation, Ito is on very low health. This could be anyone's round. 20 seconds left. There's still a lot of smokes left on the board on the side of Venoms. 3 to be in fact. You've still got those 2 Echo drones. It's going to be an almost impossible situation for Maestria. And what they're going to do... Oh, 3 kills ringing out almost immediately. Honk gets a triple kill. It's all up to Panda, but he can't do nothing. There's not enough time left in the round. And I think we said that at the start of the round. It was a beautiful... They just had to use time, and that is what they did. As a defender, time is your best friend, and Machine Soldiers just proved it.
I mean, and we cursed it as well because we just started like trolling him for running Iron Sight, and he got 3 kills off it. And even then, it was just also the fact that when it came down to it, Maestria, they ran straight deep into kitchen, even though they did not have adequate control, which is very curious. They had offense control. Why didn't they attempt to plant behind the dining room bomb? I just don't get exactly why they had to go that deep. Because the smoke grenades, I don't think they would always accurately deny from that position anyway. So you gotta account for it. And then of course, I mean, if they were afraid of the Echo drones, they could at least just try and find it first, you know. So it was not the most solid attack you want to see from Maestria. That will cost them the round and the lead for now at least. It's a 2-1 for Machine Soldiers, but they are going to bargain again, the side that Maestria won quite convincingly. So we'll see if they can tie it up as well. Well, this is mostly an attacker-sided map anyway. So the 3-3-half would be best for everyone, but even if my Machine Soldiers choke here and only win, these are the only rounds the Machine Soldiers win on defense, it's still fine. They can always come back. A very neat angle indeed coming out from Discount. He knows that if the attackers are going to come in from the basement to do the opening of the closet as they usually should do, then he has an angle on them, a free angle, I'd say, because it's really hard to see anyone from that position below. You know, vertical superiority is a thing.
It's also hard to kill them from that position. Even if you hit a slightly off towards the right, you hit the beam, you give away your position. They're not going to push from that way again. So it's a one-shot, one opportunity from that position. You can only get it right once. And we'll see how Discount will use it in towards this round. But nearly a minute gone already here, Rick. And nothing's really happened from both of these times, from both of these sides. Maestria haven't even entered the map yet. They are droning though, I believe. Yeah, ADN is on drones, and now SCP, they have located where one of the players is, and that's in that bar stock room, the Cade, I believe it is. So they can get a free kill if they get control of library here, Rick.
Well, this is not like the most crucial piece of information that you can get, because you know that someone's going to be playing stockroom at all times. It's not the most obscure information in the world, but Adrian, he is shooting out all their drones, which makes it even harder and harder for Maestria to push in the final seconds of the round. You always need at least several drones to like give off information from dead players. Almost a nice shot from Adrian, but he misses it. But that's fine, you know, you can't always hit all your shots. Steely is holding this angle, but it's a very precarious one. He would have to hit the headshot first if he wants to at least kill someone, because that gun has very high recoil, and I do not trust it.
Oh,
now,
no,
Ito just made his way in, and let's see what he can do.
It's very close. They are aiming at each other here, so it's going to be a skill of both fire rate and aim. If Esports misses just once, he is going to open it, and he is going to get the kill. It's actually going to be Adrian from the long angle from Barstow. He gets a double kill. Will there be a triple onto Steely? No! Discount gets another one. So 5 versus 2, and ADN manages to get a trade out on Discount from above. And, oh, Glass almost getting the kill onto Kreese. Kreese is actually going to repeat. What are you doing in that situation? Venoms finally gets the kill on towards Steely. A 1 versus 3 for ADN. And this looks almost certainly a Machine Soldiers round, looking to take their 3rd round in the first half of this semi-final lower bracket. And what a round it has been. It's been very chaotic. 15 seconds left. ADN's just looking to get any sort of kills, any sort of push on towards the round. But the position of Machine Soldiers is just too good. He's not going to be able to do anything in this position. Maybe get 1 kill, as he does, and a beautiful kill at that bit.
That round hung completely off the shoulders of Adrian, who, sitting from the stock position, got 2 kills. 1 into the mudroom and 1 onto the window. He should not have gotten those kills, but he did because he was better.
Nice
now, that completely, it was a nice flick. It completely destroyed Maestria's attack there. This time, though, they did not go for a more thorough upstairs clear. When they got killed by Adrian, the OSA did actually push into the library and got a kill upstairs, which that means that they got control, but then that was wasted because the rest of the team was dead. Now, the repeat from Creeds, at first glance, it looks a tad bit like a dumb play, but it wasn't, because then immediately you got your second teammate running in and killing the player. So it was a trade play. It was coordinated by Machine Soldiers, and it was done well. You lose Creeds, but you get a kill under the glass. So not terrible at all, especially at that range anyway, because he was aiming in with a scope that was about 6 times zoomed in, which is way more than ACOG. So he would not have been able to refrag onto to get that kill onto the second player, because he does not have the peripheral vision for it.
That's why Glaz is maybe not as good in this map at least, especially when playing in mud room. It's a very difficult, it's very CQB style room. It's very close. You've got close, tight angles to watch. You're looking at the bottom blue stairs. You're looking at the only really angle you can hold is that long angle into bar stock, but nothing was really done off that in that round. But going on to this time, we are on board of Steely here. We're going to see what he's doing, but SCP manages to shut down. I'm guessing that was a spawn peek from Asia being 20 seconds into the round. So that is decayed off the board. All the utility would already have been down, so not a bad loss for the Sound of Machine Soldiers, but still a loss. And still, they're playing now a man down in towards this round. Steely's going in very quick, nearly finds the head of the player playing behind that bar area, behind that bottom floor. That was close, Rick.
Maestria are definitely going for a more traditional attack onto the side anyway, but Discount is making it difficult for them as he plays very aggressive. He almost loses his life several times, but knowing that these Habana charges going up now, he will definitely back off, preferably into blue. But the Azami play is so important. The Azami can deny that breach entirely. You open up the Habana charge, and then with that Habana, and then what? He's gonna put a zombie barrier on it. And he's gonna cut off the breach now. It's just insanity, this operator.
Look at this setups he has. He has one on the door, one playing behind this little couch area of wine cellar. So he can just peek up. He doesn't even need to put off the breach. He's got such a good angle from the position that he's in. Creed manages to get a man back. So they are in an even man account here. SCP, the Habana who opened up that long angle, has been taken off the board. Most of the utility already being used though, Rick. So it's not... It is a bad pick, but it's not the worst in the world. It's not like it's Twitch. It's not like it's Thermite or any of the 2 fraggers. Ooh! Oh, what? How? Panda gets away with that. A beautiful kill on towards Creed, which almost looked like an almost certain kill. Discount comes up with the trade-off though, so we're back to man even count here, Rick.
Oh, they're gonna attempt the plant. They have the blue cut off. If they cannot hold on to blue, then they cannot deny it. There goes Venoms. He's dead. Discount is also gone. The grenade going into connector. He's taken out.
They heard it.
It's the last one. The UMP. He's not good enough for it. Panda gets a kill, and finally, Maestria got another attacking round onto the basement side, nonetheless. So finally, a change of pace, and we might see a 3rd attacking round from them if they can keep up this momentum.
On the site that Machine Soldiers are going to go to. They are going to go towards kitchen dining. We do see that Echo coming into play again. I believe it's the exact same lineup. Yes, it is the exact same lineup that they had back in that 3rd round when they did go in towards kitchen dining. So I want to see how the attacking side of Maestria adapts to this defensive setup, especially with the Echo on the board. Last time they spent too long getting that top floor presence. This time they need to do it a lot quicker if they want to win this round, Rick.
If they get the wall open into the site, then the most important thing they have to do is bait out as many smoke grenades as possible, because then afterwards you still have to deal with the Echo drone. We have to find it first. So at least solve one problem and then move on to the next. Last time they tried to circumvent both problems by just try to run in, and they all died from the same angle. So not the best play. Just gotta approach this one at a time, you know? One game at a time, one map at a time, one attack at a time. Exactly.
I like your thinking there, and that's how most teams should think. You shouldn't dwell on the past. If you dwell on the past, you're going to make more mistakes, aren't you, Rick? It's that idea of, it's in the past now, let's focus on the present. And that is what Maestria are going to do. They do see, and they have caught out this player.
They know?
I believe it's Discount. Yeah, they got the Red King. No, he just misses. Panda doesn't able to get the kill on Discount, and Discount gets away with his life, rotating into what could be considered an even more of a power position on that Astro stairs. Not Astro, Solarium stairs. Oh, first kill coming out in the round there. Steely ringing the head of Creed, and Machine Soldiers finally lose a player, and Maestria are a man up, but Steely is very low in health.
Definitely looking good now for Maestria. Steely's low on health, but so is Adrian. And the difference here is that they have 3 finger charges, so it's not even going to be a problem for Steely. He's going to get back up to 80 HP anyway, right? So right now, Machine Soldiers will have to contemplate how they want to play out the man disadvantage. Discount is still trying to peek the side of trophy window, but no one is there currently. They see him now. He's trying to contest it. He does not get a kill, but they have an idea on where he is, which should facilitate a few grenades to take him out. Ooh, Adrian playing a very dangerous game here. He's 1 HP. Even a little puff of wind would kill him. He has to be very careful.
Even a throw of a gadget, that would be really funny. Oh. No, he's finally taken out by E-Toys with that LMG. So I believe Maestria have this top floor control that they desperately need. 1 minute 20 into the round. That is a lot quicker than last time they attacked it. Discount gets a kill onto SCP. So that's the Lion taken off the board, and they managed to get a player back. They managed it to make it a bit more of a winnable round for Machine Soldiers. Yes, they still have the Echo, and they still have the smoke. More importantly here, Vix, that's enough already. Enough denial to win this round. Discount trying to find a player through the roof there, not being successful. He has the 4th ping on towards the slowing step. Does he know he's prone?
Oh my
Yes, he does. He gets the kill onto ADN.
Why was no one watching that flank? Where was the flank watch player even? That is not acceptable, especially in a situation where you have a 4v3. If the attack from Maestria was going to be focused on to the side of Kitchen, and that kill was the one kill that they were trying to desperately get. Killing Discount on trophy is everything they need, and now Honk, he's the only one inside of Kitchen, and they can pinch him to get this plant down. The thing is, they have to get it done soon. It's 16 seconds left. And there is Honk with a kill. He can get a second, and he does! 2 kills! Panda's in the basement! He's not even anywhere near the diffuser! He has to get... Does he know where he is? He does! He gets the counter Honk, but he's to find Venoms! But Venoms is so far away, and they don't have the diffuser! It's already around for Machine Soldiers, and that is... chaotic! There's no other way to describe that one!
It's unbelievable!
Jesus!
I have to tell you what, Twitch at the end there, why is he in basement, Vic? Can you please answer me? Ask me that riddle. Answer me that riddle, please.
I don't know. I cannot answer you that because like there's no planet should anyone be in the basement while the entire team is trying to attack into Kitchen. And I mean, maybe that is one of it though. Maybe he was trying to push up from basement stairs, and so then he can deny the player over on West Main. But he was too late for that. He was like still on the side of wine while his entire team was dying to the Echo, and that is just not how you should be.
Can we talk about the Echo? Can we just talk about that play? Getting the kill on towards Solarium stairs, and then flicking his mouse across his mouse mat to kill the player jumping in from the trophy window. Like that's skill. That is skill.
It is, and he actually put a scope on his gun this time, and he still performed. So you cannot discredit how much impact Honk 2.0 does have on the team. He has 7 kills right now. So the timeout is done. But I will say that that round came down to a miscommunication from Maestria, because if the Twitch had actually pushed up the stairs on time, he would have killed the Echo before he could get anyone else. So that then made it a 3v1, because Venom's, last I recall, he was on over to the side of Fireplace, the bottom Fireplace. So he was far away. It was all down to the shoulders of Hunk, and he delivered. That should not happen ever for Maestria. They will be kicking themselves for that one. Now, they are going to on defense. You might say that it's bad for them, but looking at how this map has tended to be defender-sided, it could be a very good thing for Maestria, so we'll see how they perform.
Site they have. We haven't seen this site yet, have we?
We have not.
Maestria go on to defense, and the first site they pick is that top floor site. So, mindset here. They're 4-2 down. Are they trying to throw off their opponents? That's my guess.
I will say that that is one possibility. I will also say the other possibility is that they might just be good on this site. Who knows? Some teams are actually good at playing top four, and no one knows how to counter them. So we'll see how it is. It's not exactly 100% pearly, is it? It's not always like everything is the same way. So
OB in these comms, like, I would be like, these rats, what are they doing picking this side? But let's see how SCP is going to play this defensive on the middle floor. He does know where they're pushing for, and now the call will be coming out to Maestria that they are doing a north side push. They're going to push the Solarium stairs, but they're hunting down Steely desperately here, and he's down through the wall. A bit unlucky there. The drone's going to confirm the down. So we have now seen a 5 versus 4. Adrian finally gets the kill, the confirmation. But look at Panda here, Rick. Could he go for the flank?
he does not need to go in for the flank, because it's likely they will come to him. No, not the case, actually. They are in the side of Wine, and we're going to push up Kitchen. So that is on the cards. Yeah, Creedzo gets killed onto each. Down goes the Melusi. Not the best gun for those gunfights. And now it's only ADN on site. If machine soldiers are aware of this, and they will go straight for the plant, because they know that there's only one player back, but ADN is going to make it hard for them. He gets killed to Creed. Down goes the Yana. That's a lot of utility gone, but they have not made it upstairs yet. They are trying to nade the players from below, but there's no real discernible information, so it's going to be for naught. Although the Venoms with the kill, a nice shot onto the SCP is not going to be for naught, and now they're going to open up the wall onto Solarium.
I forgot that actually Maestria did rotate back towards the side. So it's Panda and ADN who are the only ones who are going to be able to hold the Solarium push. But look at ADN's position. He jumps over. He gets the flank on towards Adrian. Will he jump out the window and get the other one? No, he finally gets shut down by Hunk on the bottom of Solarium stairs. And now it's a 3 versus 1. It's all up to Panda with that P10 Roni. 16 bullets in the mag to take out 3 people. It is enough bullets if you hit the entirety of heads. So that is his goal. But look at the guns he's facing off against. The LMG, the L80. He's just got, there's so much firepower from the side of the machine soldiers here that it's going to be very hard. They now know where Panda's playing. The drone is being shot. Will he get the kill? They're both swinging at the same time. And as I said, too much firepower with this LMG combo that you're just not going to be able to win the round, Rick.
Are you typing GG? Like, I mean, that is quite, you know, that might just actually level and affect them back to losing the game if Maestria can show up now. But from the look of things at the moment, it does not seem like it. 5-2 after machine soldiers, an utterly convincing attack, and half of that came down to picking off the roamers in the basement. And it's just like, you're defending top floor, and all of your roamers in the basement are dead. And I'm just like, why? Why are all you dying in the basement? I mean, at least you roam over on the central library, at least maybe, and then you can hold some of them off, because that's at least close to sight and you can back off to it. But I think I was 3 players downstairs, and that was a clear decision. Now, the thing is that they did meet up with the machine soldiers head on, because machine soldiers were entering from the basement, but you don't have to meet them head on, because you do have the worst weapons in the game. So, I mean, you know, because all the attackers are LMGs. So,
I think the actual, I'm not sure about that, because they got a kill through the wall. It was onto Steely, if you remember, who got killed from the wall from below. And he was denying so much time playing in the wine cellar. So there is that sort of, you could say, a bit of unluckiness towards the last round. What a choice of vocabulary for me there, unluckiness. But moving forward, Machine Soldiers are 2 rounds away from taking this first match of this series here. Rick. And if you're Maestria, what are you thinking coming into this round?
They have not called a timeout yet, which I fear could be their downfall because they need to have a mental reset to be like, oh, okay, they're 5-2 up, and that last round was disastrous, but let's forget about that. Let's focus on this bar gaming defense now. So if they did not have that pep talk in a timeout, and if they have not had that pep talk during the prep phase, then that could be a problem. So I fear the worst here for Maestria. Now they have the Azami playing with the very curious shotgun on the top of fireplace. But look at the power of the operator though. She can set up all of those shield setups on her own. And he sees the player, the 1.5x, does manage to get the kill. SCP gets one, he does not get the second, he's solo, but the E12 has his back, the crossfire is perfect. Maestria, I believe they had that pep talk. They are now up 5. Just what a shot! E12 takes him out. Utterly massacred. He got 2 kills already on the round. He could look for a third. Venoms and Adrian are stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Very nice shot there onto stealing from Venom. But now they have to contend with a 4v2, and they need to find at least one more kill to make it competitive.
Well, with this one kill,
oh
they're not going to get it. They do get the kill. Venoms gets the kill onto Etos. SCP is on very low health. So this is almost a 2 versus 2 in this situation. But ADN proves that wrong, getting a kill on towards Adrian. So it's all up to Venoms in that library position, who is going to have to clutch out this round for Machine Soldiers to take it to match point, to add the pressure, building on towards Maestria. But Maestria, as you said previously on the round, they have had a reply. They are replying to the GG that Venom sent out earlier on in this round. And what a statement to put out in towards this round. Venom's now in Mudroom. Can he do anything? Long angle after short angle he has to watch. There's too many angles at this point. All Maestria need to do is push 2 players at the same time. And I believe that is what they're going to do very quickly here.
Oh my god.
Kill onto SCP. Will he get another? No, Panda shuts down Venoms. And Maestria get their first defensive round in this half.
That was a convincing round off of the backs of Etos. He got 1 kill and then an insane shot onto the next, making it a 5v2 so early. Maestria are looking to bounce back here. They need to keep breaking the momentum from the side of Machine Soldiers. We could see a 7-5 still, so let's not give up on the French team yet. Yeah, we could see OT, but if Maestria can keep going perfectly, and Machine Soldiers have used their timeout already, so if Maestria can keep the pace, then they basically have this one under the bag. Now, they're going to be going to the basement, which, as I keep saying, is the worst side in the game, but then the defense won it at least once. So who knows, maybe Maestria can pull it off again. We'll see.
Well, they have a castle. So they are going to have a castle strike that is going to be pulled out here, Vic. And I'm curious of where it's going to be played. Is it going to be played towards that sort of boiler? Maybe if they opened the boiler, but no, they've double reinforced it. I want to know where are these castles going to be placed? Are they going to be placed on the first floor?
There's nowhere logically to place them in the site, so it has to be on the first floor. Yeah, Panda's going to be setting up inside of kitchen. There's so many windows looking into the side of West Main and kitchen. See? So he cuts them off and gives his team the chance to play over on the hatch. Oh!
They know he's there now. They know there's one player playing in towards that trophy side here, Rick. So this could get very dangerous very quickly if Maestria are caught off guard. But Panda, as you said, playing in that dining area, there is... Oh, Adrian, you just run in without checking the hatch. You knew he was there. You saw him barricading up. Thoughts on that?
The issue is that Honk is just so far away from where all the actual castle barricades are. His team has wasted so much utility to clear it without him. It would have been so easy otherwise, you know? And now Adrian is looking for a peek, and he almost gets one, but the player backs off, and he might push up the west main stairs, looking for the next player playing on the hatch. But that is not meant to be just yet. They're trying to at least clear out the utility so they can open this wall up and put some pressure onto the site. But you cannot ignore the kitchen player. You just can't.
Yeah, and there's only one player of Panda who is towards the side. Now rotating on towards blue. but they've got the hatch open. 2 kills ringing out for the side of Maestria. Make that 3 very quick successive kills. Discount manages to trade 1 back though. We're in a 2 versus 4 situation. Very badly in favor of Maestria as they manage to down Honk as well. Discount in a massive situation. He does get the kill onto Esports, flanking from that library side, but you have it all to do. You only have 1 angle open, 2 players playing close on that breach, Rick here. He is going to drone, he is going to take a timeout and plan what he's going to do.
He does have the AK-12, one of the best guns in the game, so we can still make this happen. But the fact that he's opened up all those angles is not good. He needs to at least save them for later, you know? Maybe another because of barricade. Maybe he needs to get somewhere. Maybe he needs to open up the side of Wine. But now he only has the exact same angle, just slightly bigger, and that's not good because now the defenders can still just hold a crossfire very easily onto him. So he's not going to get anything. And you see, the player from Wine pushes out. No, he didn't push out, but that was a very nice pixel angle. Ooh, that's filthy. But it's not. Oh my god! I should have feeling themselves right now, especially the player on that Jaeger just now.
So
that was.
I think
nasty.
Venom's is actually when he said that GG. I think he wants to take that back now, Rick.
LeBron effect. You just can't say GG before it's over. It's like. I mean, can't you just wait 2 rounds before you actually win to shit talk?
It's an unwritten rule. You either trash talk on the match point when it's 6-1 or 6-0, or you don't trash talk. And this is why, Rick. This is why.
Because they trash talk at 6-2, which is no 5-2. So not actually there. But I know what you mean now. I know what you mean. You don't shit. Just don't shit talk until you actually win. You know, because then it actually has more impact. And I think it's just that they think that, okay, if we shit talk now, we will get into their head and make them angry, and then they'll play worse. But the thing is that that's not how it works, because then they play better. So like, okay, let's show them what we are made of. So Maestria are showing Machine Soldiers what they are made of, and the Frenchmen, well, they are making a mark for themselves. They're gonna go over to Kitchen, one of the better sides anyway, and they are playing upstairs as well, so not a lot of deviation from the defense set up by Machine Soldiers. But it does look a slightly bit different. There's no mute in play, and there's a castle and a Maestro, so no echo. But Maestro is a very strong operator on his own, so let's not discount him out yet, which is curious, because he has not seen a lot of Pro League play at all recently, so that's quite concerning.
He's playing very aggressive on this window. He actually gets grenade the perfect timing, but they have got a ping on towards a player, but that was Esports. He's already rotated back towards side. So, Rick, that's going to waste a lot of time. They know there's one player playing towards that top of mezzanine, so they're going to waste a lot of time pushing into library. And never mind, they've just pushed straight in. I'm just going to shut up now, Rick. They just pushed it straight in. They're just going to ignore me.
Very aggressive angle being held by the Melusi on E-Toils, but if the drone is there and they can give out the information, it's going to be a very easy pre-fire from the side of Machine Soldiers, so he is playing dangerously, but he trusts his aim, so we should trust his aim as well for now. Now, Steely is going to be holding the run-in from the side of Fluke Balcony, so he's not gonna let his teammate die just yet. And Panda, he's on site. These reinforcements are making it so that he can play in this position to deny the straight entry into site should they open up the wall. The thing is that right now Machine Soldiers are going very slow and they have not opened up the wall into the actual site itself yet. And the thing is that if they have someone with an impact grenade on site, then I think they should realize that they can simply impact that last thermite charge. And if they do, then that is incredibly crucial to winning the entire round. So we'll see how that progresses.
They don't have that impact though. They have a Nitro. ADN has thrown that Nitro. Hasn't blown it up yet, but still has it somewhere around. I think they were just waiting for it to go over the wall. But 1 minute left in towards the round. None of the... actually, Venom's is now going to be blowing up that thermite charge. I don't know if it was actually taken off. We haven't seen if the wall is open yet, but apart from that, I believe it... yes. That thermite has opened up this wall here. So they do have the angle, they do have the necessary implications and site set up to push on towards the site here, Rick. So in a 5 versus 5, this is going to come down to the last 20 seconds of just mad gunfight.
It's very concerning though, because none of them have nitros. They have nothing to deny the play. This is going to be such an easy one for Machine Soldiers, really, if they just go straight for the bomb and go for it. And they have to do something about this. Maestria have to make a play here, some sort of flank to get it going, because here comes the plant from Machine Soldiers. All they have to do is hold a few angles. But the kills are coming in from the side of Maestria, though. They're winning these gunfights, and everything is going the way of Maestria. There's nothing for Discount to do. He's the last one alive, and nothing's being done by these players. Panda goes up to behind him, and he gets the kill. Everything was set up for Machine Soldiers there, and they just fluke it. It's just unthinkable. It's 5-5 now from a 5-2 after they said GG.
Do you know what?
Huh?
Do you know what the problem there was? It was time. They left the execute to 15 seconds left on the round, and you just have absolute beast players holding long angles to watch that breach. You can't push in. You have to smoke. You have to waste a lot of utility. And with a Maestro on the board as well, it's going to be very hard to get a plant down. And you have to go for kills. But with 15 seconds left, you're not going to be able to get 5 kills in that amount of time and be able to get a plant down to give you more. It's just, I can understand why Maestro wouldn't have. It was very well played to not give up top floor control at all, Rick.
The only thing that I would say though is that they did not actually have any denial. They do not have the C4, they did not have an impact grenade, they don't have smoke in play. They had Maestro, but that was it. He can open it up and then shoot a few pellets, but then what? It's a 7-second plant, so he could do about 35 damage, and then that's it. They get the plant off. It's not good denial. If they had Echo, that would have been a different story. But the fact it's Maestro is not did not help them in that case, but they still won the gunfight because Machine Soldiers peeked into them and lost it. It's unthinkable. 5-5 now. Maestria are looking to run away with this map.
It's a half of verse sweep, that's what I'm going to call it. But look at Adrian on Sense. I want to see how Sense will be used in this round for Machine Soldiers. Maybe they want to do similar to what they got last time, and Sense would have been actually very useful for them in that late game push, in that execute. They would have been able to get the plank down without really needing protection from anyone. The first kill brings off the board. Discount gets the kill onto Etoil. So Machine Soldiers take the lead. I can't speak, Rick.
That was a very crucial pick. This is what kind of this is going to win them the round because Maestria are not playing any kind of denial utility. They at most have the top 4 control, but if even one player gets it there and prevents it play from the hatch, all you have to do as a sense is throw down a few of your Viper walls, I just call them, and you get the plant off because nothing can deny it. So right now, ADN is the only one standing between them and that plant, and also the kill onto creeps. So there goes that wall. It's gonna deny line of sight only for a brief second, but not enough for ADN to be deterred. So this looked like a good attacking lineup for Machine Soldiers. Oh, it's SCP. He's running out from the middle of nowhere, but no players are there. So here comes in another one of those Viper walls, and they're looking to jump in. There comes Adrian. He's in. They don't know exactly where he is. ADN gets a kill into Venom, though. From an angle, he gets 2! Triple kill from ADN. He's going to deny Machine Soldiers the round. Maestria, they are looking to take match point here. Utterly dominant from 5-2 to 6-5. And there's nothing that Machine Soldiers can do about it, except maybe get 1 kill onto Sealy, but there's nothing going in their favor. And they are not looking good at all. This is unthinkable.
They have top floor control though. They have the. This would be a perfect round if they had more players. If only they didn't lose those 3 players, all from the same person. ADN, a massive round right now, but now it's all a Honk and Discount. They are going to be opening up vertical angles. They have got diffuser now, but they know where ADN is. You see the 5 ping going out. The grenades are being chucked by Honk, but you have to be careful. ADN is not the only player alive with Maestria. There is SCP and Tank taking a bit of damage there from Honk. But this is that they've actually managed to level it up on health terms here, so this could go any which way. Machine Soldiers, yes, they have 25 seconds left to push and execute on towards the site, in which power positions such as ADN, such as Panda, and such as SCP, who's playing that close. You can actually see him in their outline there, but Honk's going to push in. They're going to push down now. Discount gets the kill on the Panda.
Oh my god.
ADN is downed. It's all going to happen. They're actually going to win this, Machine Soldiers. SCP's running away. Diffuser's been down. Discount doesn't know. What?
We're out of time.
He's just standing there in the middle of sight, Rick.
He did not know where the last player was. And that was just incredibly important play coming up from SCP. SCP almost single-handedly won the round for him because it was a 1v2. He did actually clutch it up.
Yeah.
It was just incredible. Machine Soldiers came so close to pulling it back, but the power positions like you talked about before from the alibi, that utterly denied them everything. 6-5 now. You don't shit talk. You just don't shit talk, you know? You just can't.
Venom's is gonna have a bad day. He's gonna have a bad
He knows what he did.
day.
He has to take responsibility, and he did. He just took responsibility for it because he knows what he did.
But we have to say, ADN, what a play with that triple kill. I was secretly in my head, I was chanting that I was going like ace, 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 ace. There's 20 seconds left. You know where they're going to push. You can easily get this. I was hoping for that ace, but they still won the round. That's the most important thing. They won the round, and now they have that crucial match point going in towards what could be the first round in this semi-final lower bracket. As a reminder, if you lose this game, you're out. You do not secure a place for next season of Talent League, Rick. This is crucial.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse.
Oh, they could always play the qualifier, but then they have to actually play in some more games.
We want some
so
suspense
that's rough.
We want some suspense here. You have to win it.
I mean, it's always easier to just go straight back in from the last season, right? In any case, Machine Soldiers, they blew their time on early on, and I'm like, wait a minute, you started on attack, and then now they got to kill onto SCP. I think that was a downed kill, and then they finally got him, or he was droning. I think no. I think he was down by the Claymore downstairs, I believe, or something, and then he got finished off. That is a good start for Machine Soldiers. That they needed that. They need to get something going for them now on this final round of regulation. The library attack is going to come out for them to enter into the side of the top 4. Now, the thing is that most of the players on the side of Maestria are elsewhere. And the thing is that also, this is the side I believe that Machine Soldiers won convincingly. So they could go straight to overtime. We could see it happen here, Pyro.
We could. Never say never. That's what you got to think. Never say never for any of this. And they have the man advantage in this position. So they have even more. Discount going 16 and 8 at 2 KD in this game currently.
Two of them were downstairs.
Carrying. But look at this. Steely and Bo Panda. Will they get the kill? No. Hulk denies that rotate. Steely is down. It almost looks certain that this is Machine Soldier's round, but ADN gets a kill. Discount almost immediately trades off. A triple kill in this round. It's all up to Panda to crush the dreams of Machine Soldiers here. Venoms is getting defused down, being the team player, but what can they do in this situation? What can Panda do here, Rick, with Plant down? He does get a kill onto Hong. So there's one answer. It's now a 3 versus 1. But he still has a lot of players to kill, and Kreese from behind, from that mezzanine stairs position, finally gets the kill. And we are going to OT in this first map, Rick. What a start. What a start.
This is exactly the amount of competitiveness that I want from these matches, and they're delivering. 6-6. Machine Soldiers are on the defense. This is their favored side because they won 4-2 on it. But now the thing is, can they keep it up? Because usually when a side is favored in regulation, when you go into OT, everyone loses on that side. So if you like win 4-2 on defense in regulation, then your first defense round, you will lose. That's just how it usually is. So we'll see if they can hold up or not. It's going to be a basement. I don't know. It's a bar game defense.
Bar gaming. What's your opinion of bar gaming here going in for Machine Soldiers? Obviously, they have a winning record on it in this game.
Machine Soldiers, they had very solid bar defenses, so I'm definitely still gonna give them the favor of winning this round. But, and I mean, of course, you already know that I think this is the best site on this map, especially since every single pro chooses to play it first on their defense. So, well, maybe except for Maestria. Maestria played their top 4 first, and they lost it quite handedly. So, interesting setup. But hey, we'll see how it goes. They're going to be setting up upstairs and playing from outside of library as usual. Pretty standard. No Azami though, which is curious. I definitely would love to see Machine Soldiers play a bit more Azami. Other than that, especially considering how strong she is right now, and you should be abusing her before she gets nerfed, which is certain. It's going to happen. She's going to get nerfed. There's no chance.
I think the nerf will be one less Azami go down. because currently it's a bit like Legion right now. You get quite a lot on a specific cooldown. So if you kill it quickly, it's not really much of an issue, Rick. But I think it's definitely very strong, as you said, on this map for how long it takes for the attacking team to push in and get map control. But first kill comes out for Maestria. E-Toils getting the kill on towards Kreese there. Malusi off the board, an MP5 gone. One of, if not the strongest weapons on that side.
No, it's
Oh
not.
my god, look at those pre-fires.
Well, I would definitely have to disagree. The MP5 is not that good. But
Okay.
either way, they got the kill, and that is what is going to open up this round for them. 4v5, they still have to attain some upstairs control with those drones, and they have to push in. SCP, he's in position inside of office, I believe, and he should be able to nade out the shield playing on top of blue stairs, but then they need to do more to get into the site. Now, it's not exactly clear which direction Maestria are taking here, but it looks more to be on the side of bar. No, more on the side of bar than gaming. They're not going for gaming plant because the players inside of stock can still deny it. So they have to clear up all those shields though first. That is going to be an issue for Maestria.
Especially with this limited amount of time, 1 minute 15, and they still haven't cleared the mezzanine shield, let alone the blue shield. But Panda, what a kill on towards Discount, and that opens a lot of opportunities here for Maestria. They only have that top of jungle left to clear, and then they have full top floor control. They can start to work with these grenades. They still have 5 grenades left on the board here, Vic. So they have plenty of time to clear this. SCP will be able to get the shield. I think, yeah, they've just fallen enough at this point, Machine Soldiers. At this point, I'm not going to jinx it, but Maestria may win the round, but they can't dawdle for too long. They have to push in and get the control they need and get that plan down.
They have full top upstairs control. They can do anything they want. I believe it should be a bar plant. Here comes a drop from Steely though. They kill onto from E-Toils. 2 kills from E-Toils. Triple kills from E-Toils. He gets all of them at the end. Every single kill on the LMG. And now he puts them on the board. 7-6. And he regains the lead for the team. And did I not tell you that the defense is gonna, whoever gets defense is gonna lose that first defense round on overtime? And they did. Look at that.
Mate, E-Toils, what is he on? What performance-enhancing drugs is he taking, Rick? Give me some of those.
Oh, I wish as well. And then I wish I had some of what E-Toils is eating as well. Just goddamn. 4 kills.
He had his Weetabix in the morning. That is what E-Toils. That is the secret to good gaming. You heard it here, right now. Weetabix are the key to gaming. Mate, I'm just, oh my god, that was ridiculous. I still can't get over that.
I would definitely say that some of that came down to the LMG, the fact that he could just spray through all 4 of them. But the absolute situation awareness from E-Toils cannot be discounted though. So he definitely basically brought the entire round up for his team. He went from 7-11. He scored 7-11. And now he's straight up got 11 kills under his bag. So Maestria are feeling themselves right now. This is the site I believe that Maestria won twice. Yeah, they won this site twice. On both times they tried to defend it. And the Maestro
2 times barred the gate, 2 times in towards the dining site, and they lost 2 upstairs, didn't they? They went 4-2.
Yeah, exactly. So it means that right now, Maestria, they are in a good position. But Machine Soldiers, they can always counter-strat this. The thing is that they would have to then put the OSA to the best use. Last time they had the OSA, she was not really used for anything meaningful, honestly. Because, Dangerous Peak, they're coming out from the player upstairs next to Library, but Discount does not net a kill from that. And now, they have to push into the Library to push them to then push over to the side of Office. But these Azami Bearers are going to make it difficult because those are makeshift shields coming out from Steely. He's going to be able to deny so much of the control from Machine Soldiers. This is going to be very tough.
And he can get a nice angle if they do manage to open the breach. If Venoms does open that top breach all the way down, that could be counterproductive. But there's the first kill. E-Toil starting off how he started off last round, getting a kill on towards Discount here. Now Adrian has to rotate back. They don't have top floor control, and I think they're going to run out. He does hear the breakage of the barricade, so Esports needs to be careful not to get too aggressive here, Rick, because if he plays his hand too much, he could force this back in towards Machine Soldier's favor. So, but the first kill, that is important for Maestria. Very important.
The round is gone, and there is no control established yet by Machine Soldiers upstairs. That is concerning. Venoms gets us straight onto Etoils. Etoils only got one on that round in the end. But the thing is that they still have not gotten the wall into office open yet, and that's concerning. Now they have forced the players out of Piano. He almost nades himself, but he survives it, and he pushes in. And now they have all the control they need then. So that is at least sufficient for them. But now they have to think about actually planning on the site. The players from Maestria are slowly falling back. Two of them have pushed back to Solarium, and they might get droned out and killed here. But the thing is that Machine Soldiers have to hurry up here.
Yeah, they've only got 1 minute here, Vic, and they're not droning at all from the side of the attacking side, so they don't know where they're playing. But look at Panda's positioning, just below this Solarium stairs. This could do so much damage. They now can start to open up the floor, get the verticality in play, and Venoms is going to rotate down to get that main breach. Now they can start to go for their plan. Now they can start to set up and finally get on towards the site, more importantly. All is now going to be open. 30 seconds left on the bound, but a lot of damage there done to Steely from the vertical angles, what we're talking about, and that is why his verticality is so strong. 2 quick trades off there. Venoms gets another kill in the round. It's all going off. This might be a Machine Soldiers round. It's a 3 versus 1. We're going to go all the way to max OT. Unless SCP can do something. He needs to get Venoms off of this plant. He's not going to be able to do it. Plant goes down. It looks almost dire in this situation. And I'm sure we will see max OT in the first map, Rick. Woo!
This is map 1. Imagine
map
we have
1.
like infinite OT in this game. I mean, we do, but we don't have it set turned on. That would be like, I would be dead before we can even like finish this map.
This
So
will be
at least we have 15 rounds, but 15 competitive rounds. It's just, you know, this is exactly what you want from the first map. All maps, that is. But whoever wins this map, I believe, will have all the momentum going into the next one, and whoever loses this map will be a slight bit broken from well, basically going this far and then losing it. Maestria might be a bit more demoralized themselves because they came back from a 5-2, but they are on the verge of potentially losing it. Now, this is a top floor defense, though. Machine Soldiers have never played this. Oh my god, this is a setup that they have never played.
It hasn't been won in this entire game. In this entire map, this top floor has not been won, Vic. So, I think a word I'm going to use is risky. I think that's good use of words there. A very risky play here by Machine Soldiers to attempt to go towards the top floor. I think Rick is just surprised here.
Yeah, but it's just that Maestria played this site, but Machine Soldiers never did. This is an off pick for them. This is going to be so crucial. Because Maestria have no idea how this site is going to play out because they never had to play it against Machine Soldiers. So that is going to be crucial. But Maestria, they're looking to rush it 100%. Look at this setup. They have the grip up, they have the Capital, they have the Iron, they have the Osa. And they almost had a glass, but they switched off it. It's going to be so down to the last one. It might just come down to a 1v1. Who knows? Like, it's just going to be so close in the end.
That's all we can hope for at this point, Rick.
Oh, he sees the feet. Oh my god. Almost got a shot there. Would have done minimal damage, but that, well, any kind of damage is good damage anyway, right?
It's a warning shot towards Machine Soldiers that
Certainly.
You can't be too passive. You can't be too lob-minded in this situation. You need to be able to be aware. I think that's the key issue here. This is at 7-7. It's all coming down to this. They need to be aware. They need to take gunfights together. Make sure they can have tradability. And make sure they don't give free picks. That is my advice in this situation, Rick.
Thing is, they don't have Heart Breach. Wait a minute. None of them are running Heart Breach. You have to be kidding me. But this is going to be it. Bathroom jump in, but it has to be it. But Venoms and Adrian are getting kills on the board. 2 kills now on the side of Machine Soldiers. They're making it look impossible for Maestria. Maestria tried to play something cheeky, something creative, but they cannot get it done. The player on the side of Library might get the kill onto Panda if he's not careful. ADN is in. He's got the LG behind him. He's not gonna get the kill. Venoms and Queens get it. It's a 1v5. The 5-2 comeback is not gonna happen. It's a 4v1 series.
Oh, rollers for Machine Soldiers. What is going on with this game, Rick? You were going crazy there, and what a way to finish this round. We were flawless from Machine Soldiers, so I guess Venoms can finally say that crash talk was cutting it close, but they managed to get the win. The first round
is
Soldiers.
Heartbreaking. I feel so bad for Maestria. It's just, you don't want to happen on any day of the week. You came back from a 5-2 and then you lose it in 8-7. It's just not a fate that I would wish upon my worst enemies. Or maybe I would, but it's just that bad, you know? Oh my god, what a phenomenal game from both teams. But in the end there, it was just an absolute sweep coming up from Machine Soldiers. Like I said, Maestria have no idea how to attack this side upstairs because Machine Soldiers never played it in regulation. And that threw them completely off. There was a secret weapon. They tried to rush, yeah. Adian was on site there, but then he just got killed by Venoms in the end. He was the other last player, and everyone just got cleaned up because Machine Soldiers were prepared for it. They had everything going for them. It's wow.
I think you can agree with me here, and I think the viewers will agree that was an amazing start to this best out of 3 series. But a start it is, and next we're going to go on towards Villa. Villa, Rick, I love Villa, and this is Maestria's map. That Chalet was Machine Soldiers, so they do take the victory on their own map, but now they're going on to Maestria's ground.
Maestria get to attack first on his map, which is concerning because this is a defender-sided map. I mean, Maestria picked it, but Machine Soldiers picked the starting side, so I'm going to be very concerned for them. But until then, we do have, I believe, a few minutes break until we can get back to map 2. So stick around, maybe go get a cup of water, but do not leave and just come back very soon, okay? See you then.
Takes out Zenith, Gummy finds the 17th, but Danny with the swing and the trade back as Adrian finds a double. But the goal is Danny now 3-3, very, very winnable here. Adrian, still very low HP, but no thinking to boost them back up. On the side of Praetorian, all 100 HP. Going for the flank, it was Rafa, but he dropped back. Shot down on the corner, that will be forever, and there goes the 1v3. Adrian
Got the kill there on towards Spliz, but he does, I think, maybe a smart thing you'd have to say in terms of gun skill, but Spliz is taken out there. It's the Thermite going in, and the flank was actually able to be gone down. Zarok gets another kill, Hunter trades out immediately, but Liquetta gets another. It's a 2 versus 1 situation, all up to Liquetta. He gets a triple kill in the van, a beautiful kill on towards that piano, and he's looking for the diffuser. Will he stick it? No, pros do not fake. And look what happens if you fake. No, he manages to get the quad kill. And what a way to start off.
It is what Maestria is trying to do. You can tell that they obviously do not want to give up this second or first floor by any means necessary. But it's always gives away his life by any means necessary. Player called Coles, and that's one of your main entry players off the board. Praetorians right now are working some type of pinch towards this meeting hall area, and there you go. They get the only player that exists on this first floor. But what they need to be focused on is SCP's position. He's already moved himself inside of Attic from the very stairs, and they don't even know it. He's on top of the hatch, but it's a nice read from Bombi, who gets his second kill in the round.
Really. We saw the Aruni get a lot of frags in the previous round, a 4K to be specific. That needs to replicate itself here. It will not. Bombi shuts him down.
But Suki does get that pick from the Coles, and that is a huge pick. He's gonna try to fish for another one, but doesn't manage to get it at all. And instead, Danu managed to swing and get him, Suki.
Back armory. Adia gets down. Oh, Adrian also gets down to finish off by Danny. Finds double kill in the round. That's 2v3. Danny finish off Adrian with the hatch. And Danny finds a double. 2v2 now. They know where both the players are, but Danny very low speed now on both sides. Just from 150. Then there's cover. You just have smoke grenade. Frankly, close one. It's smoke. We'll go for swing. It's shut down. Danny finds a quad kill on the very first round. just opens the door. Bumble. We're gonna see if it comes with any, a bit of revenge on him, but then will be taken straight back out by Adrian. And I mean, one door opens and another door opens for inside of BTD. Bumble will find a second, but I mean, it's looking unrealistic to winnable. But I mean, nothing's over till the end. Creepy comes out, he will run a triple, but find a 3 kill. He finds one, it's a left up to 1v1. I don't think he knows he's there. He will get between, finds a quad kill. The 1v1 from the 1v5 actually, the 1v4. Stun actually. He's gonna find a new angle for Bob. He's gonna swing around and he finds the ace.
So, excuses for the delay, but we are finally back with map 2 of this lower bracket final series between Maestria Esports and Machine Soldiers. Now, we had a nail biter of a map 8-7, 15 whole rounds, almost a comeback from Maestria, but a heartbreaking conclusion to that map. They will now be looking to move on. They need to forget that map and go on to Villa, their pick. Though I did say beforehand that it's going to be a bit problematic for them because they are starting out on the attack. And usually teams are not always the best on attack for at this level of play, I'd say anyway. So we'll see how they manage it, at least for now. Until then, what do you think of Villa, Pyro?
As I've always said, as many times I've casted Town League, that Villa is my favorite map. Not only is it tactical, but it's also can have some quick and snappy points, some quick and snappy gunfights throughout the entire map. I think the main reason though is it's a very tactical game, a very tactical map, and it prefers teams who have better strategies. And that's where I think it comes down to on this map, Rick, is what strategies you have and how you can execute these strategies specifically.
It's definitely just the variety of strats you can run on this map. I agree that makes it one of the better ones. But also, um, when it comes down to that, teams would then need to learn how to adapt on this map. There are even pro league teams that are completely incapable of playing around their defenses because there was like a clip on pro league just recently where the Virtus Pro, or actually Outsiders, they were playing against G2, I believe, and they were running Thermite every single round, despite the fact that G2 were reinforcing one panel on the entire map, which is like that is like a level of adaptability that is not acceptable at any level of play, and teams should
Especially at
learn from
that
that.
level. Especially at that level.
So exactly. So we'll see if Maestria are a flexible team or not that can counter that issue. So finally, we are gonna get underway.
Well, I don't know about Thatcher here. That's the
Sure.
issue. I'm gonna
Gonna be
say
that.
Thatcher. I
Yes.
am going to say Thatcher, and I'm also going to say a Nomad.
It's definitely a fair ban. Yeah, I mean, Nomad, of course. Oh, there it is.
There's Thatcher. At
You
least
can
we got
never go
one of them.
wrong.
But I think the second one, I like Nomad or something that's well flanked denial because I think that's an important thing on Villa. There's a lot of places you can flank from, especially when you're on attack. So if you're Maestria, I don't think you're gonna ban Nomad, but if they don't ban it, they've got a player. That's the issue. But the ban's gonna be
Oh,
Osa. What'd you say?
wow.
A target ban?
It's
Almost
a.
MS?
I mean, I think the Maestria played it a bit more than Machine Soldiers did, right? But either way,
Maybe it's
I
strat.
it's not it's just that it definitely could be a target ban. Then Mute is also gone. That is crucial. I think he's one of the strongest operators in the game right now with the amount of pure utility that he can deny with those
Yeah.
recharges and information. I mean, there's a reason why no one plays Bandit anymore because Mute can do everything instead. So he's gone, but Osa ban, I will touch upon it again. Kate ban, of course. You kind of expect that. Thatcher ban, Kate ban goes in hand. Everyone
Yep.
knows about that. But the Osa ban, it has to be a counter strat. They must have watched at least a few VODs coming out from Machine Soldiers, and they know what they need to do. So that will shake things up for MS. In the meantime, Maestria, they're going to be playing quite a standard attacker lineup, except for the Capitao. And the first defense will come out on Aviator, and they have quite a few operators with denial in play. So they have the Azami to create those barriers, and they have the Goyo with 4 of those canisters, and they each last 25 seconds. That's like nearly a minute,
Attackers
more
need
than
to
a minute
locate
and a half,
and
about
defuse
100
as many
seconds
bombs
of
as they
denial.
can.
That is
It's
insane.
it's half a minute, isn't it? It's almost what is that? 1/6 of a round, basically. If you do some
It's-
rounding up, 1/6 of a round. Gone.
If you blow all 4, that's like half the round. You cannot discount the fact that this is probably a bit more like a buff Goyo than a lot of people are letting on to. Like a lot of people think it's a nerf because I think definitely I can see why. Is you lost the shield, but then you have the Azami, and now you have that denial as well. It's just,
10 seconds
it's
left before
really,
insertion.
it's definitely a good thing for Goyo, I'd say. But for now, we'll see how they manage it.
5 seconds to go.
They're gonna switch off from the Capital. Oh, yeah.
Where's this push going to come from
Attackers
from
must
Maestria?
locate and defuse
I
the
see
bomb.
2 players there probably going to go towards that wolf window. There is going to be 1 player playing that side. Now, I believe, yeah, what we are going to see is push on master bedroom. A pretty clean segment. Most teams do push from this master bedroom side. Clear out master, clear out trophy, clear out statuary. Push onto 90, open up vault, get access to long and short corridor, get access to zombie, and then you plant behind the door on the vault. That is the premise of this attack. But look at the setup that machine soldiers are bringing out. They have a mirror. They have the Izami, who could also be used. So there's a lot of denial for a push that's centered around master bedroom. And the first kill may be coming out. Steely taking a lot of damage there from Creed's aggressive hold on that master bedroom door, on that concrete door here, Vic. So an interesting and a very adrenaline-filled start to this round.
If I was Maestria, I would not bother going here at all because, like, I know that now that they have committed hostility to this side of the map. Etols is committing himself to a gunfight and he loses nearly all of his HP, while Hunk survives it mostly unscathed. That is not a good start. They're still looking to take trophy, but it has mostly been given up. 1 minute 45 remain, and they have cleared out most of it. But it's definitely so much time wasted on the side of machine soldiers. I'm just always like, you don't have to bother with this at all because, like, if you attack from study, then this is not really a concern. They wasted a mirror window here, and all those Azami barriers. Just think about study instead. But it's too late for that now. They are still trying to attack from the side of trophy and in sanctuary, and the 90 player is gonna look to deny any drones. But there's the first kill onto Hunk. He's dead. Etols with the LMG. He gets the opening pick of this map, and well, the thing that heals will put him and Steely back to fighting condition once again. But look at that Goyo. Look at that piece of Goyo standing in the middle of that hallway on 90. He could deny the push in from them for so long there.
Yeah, and it's already, we've got 1 minute left into the round. Adrian is below this, so he is going to go for a nitro. He's waiting for the calls to come out that they are pushing towards short, and when that happens, he's got a nitro ready, which has been pre-placed.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at this main flank though. They see him. He's being patient with his gun shield, and he gets the kill onto SCP. Even leveled out, but Etoils gets the refrag. A double kill on the round for Etoils. Now, Maestria have the support they need. They might have 90 control now. They know there's one towards that main stairs area, and now they can start to push onto zombie and rotate around to study, which we do see Etoils doing. They're going to push into couches, but
Goyo canister though. Look at the time.
10 seconds
anything
left.
can happen with this time. 10 seconds, smoke's coming out. The grenades coming out. He's just going to push in the sledge. There's nothing they can do. Aiden gets the kill with the sledge. Plant's going down. All they have to do, machine soldiers, deny the plant, and that is what they do with Venoms. Venoms denies that plant, and they pull a rabbit out of the hat, so to say, and they win a round they should not be winning in the first place.
That is unthinkable. Maestria had a 4v2, but somehow they could not deny the smoke pushing out and getting the kill onto the planting sledge. I'm just curious as to how that happened. We don't have a replay, so we would probably never know unless we watch it back later. But that was such a crucial mistake for Maestria. They built up all that manpower advantage, and then what? To toss it away at the last second because of a plant. Because the Goyo canister from Adrian kept them out of the sight for ages. It was 15 seconds left, and that thing was still burning. And it's just, wow. At least so.
Wow, wow's a word. Wow's definitely a word for that. I think, do you know what's interesting about this setup here, though?
Yeah.
There's no Valkyrie. You would expect from a trophy statuary that there would be a Valkyrie play. And
I definitely agree.
And this setup as well is an interesting castle setup I have seen being played in Talent League Season 7. I did see this, I believe it was playoffs. I can't remember which teams used it.
G2 played this.
And G2.
This is exactly what I was talking about during before the map. This is what G2 did. They played that. There's only one barricade, one reinforcement as you saw there, and they kept running thermite. But at least Maestria, they are not running thermite because they know that there's nothing to hard breach. There's no point, and it's working. It's going to work out for them because now they can bring more utility on their side. Ooh, there's a player inside of closet. That is extremely dangerous. He has to be careful of that. Hong though. He does have the shield to prevent the jump in, so nothing for his teammate to worry about just yet. Oh, and that Kiba barrier as well, so crucial.
Esports taking a lot of damage there, managed to get back up to 50 HP though. So, but he's getting nothing from that. Discount very aggressive here. He's going to push right to the window. He's going to find ADN. First kill off the board, that's the Nomad. And he might find Esports at the same time. He's just ducking and weaving past this reinforcement, trying to find any sort of kills he can. And he's wasting so much time, Rick. So much time, but the grenade will come in, and I believe he won't be killed. No, that was a red grenade, but not killed. Finally, Discount is downed, but he's not out yet. Honky's going to try and get their revive up. SCP getting the 12 kill onto Creeds. They leveled up the scoreboard, but Machine Soldiers, Discount is down,
Bomb located by
but they have the angles to maybe get him back up. But it's a risky play. Risky play indeed.
Oh my god. Steel's gonna take a lot of damage from Honk, but they're gonna finally confirm the kill onto the down castle. But 2 kills are being traded back and forth, keeping it an advantage of Machine Soldiers. Until now, they finally put it down to a 2v2. But the defenders are so high HP, while the attackers are both so very low, and they don't have a finger anymore. That is gonna be so bad for them, because Adrian does have a gun that shoots about 1,200 rounds per minute, and that is gonna take them out so easy. But Panda has something to say about that. He gets a kill onto Adrian. Adrian, as I said, talk about him, he's dead. And now Honk is in a 1v2. He has all the angles, but he does not know exactly where the attackers are coming from. He's holding it. He could be susceptible to be killed at any minute. They found him with the drone, and now they have to push in and get the plant down, or at least try to trade off with the refrag onto him. Smoke is gonna go down, but there's nothing to be done with it yet. Here comes the plant though. Sealy has to cover. He does not know exactly where the smoke's coming from, but he hears it, and he's gonna get swung. Honk takes so much damage, and he's gonna get killed. And there is the round from Maestria, making it a 1-1. Wow, I thought that round would have gone to Machine Soldiers with the way that they were playing there, but the fact that the castle got down there, going for a very aggressive peak, I think that partially cost them the round for sure. Because then after the grenade, there was nothing to confirm the kill onto castle. So if he could hold the position, that would have been solid. But the fact he died, that was concerning. That was just, he couldn't let it happen, you know?
Well, you thought and you guessed wrong in that situation there, Rick. But I can see where you're coming from. I just don't know how he didn't get fully killed by the grenade. When I saw it, it was on red indicator. So shouldn't that mean it was right next to him where the grenade bounced? So it should have killed him. But he did get down towards the end. But a nice round for Maestria to play off that plan. They got into sight. They covered with the angles that Machine Soldiers had put up. But more importantly, going on to this round though, Rick, they have not gone back towards the same site. In this case, they've gone back down towards the kitchen site. And let's see how they set up. They have got a castle. And I think this is to stop push.
They're playing the auto shotgun on Pulse and Thunderbird. That is extremely interesting. I'm a big fan of both those guns, but I'm just saying it's not the best weapons for these situations. Now, Thunderbird does have the bearing 9. Yeah, but the thing is that one of the things. Oh, and they're picking IQ as well. They're gonna counter the Pulse. The thing is that Pulse with the shotgun is only useful if you're playing on a very small map, like.
All right for this site because the amount of destructibility that you can do if they're pushing top floor, but that's if they push top floor.
If you were playing Favela, for example, Pulse shotgun would be perfect because the floors are so close to each other, like to the ceiling. But not this map. This map is so big, it's just kind of pointless, I think. And it's going to be very concerning for Machine Soldiers, unless they prove me wrong, because I'm kind of caster cursing it right now. They're going to be Maestria are pushing upstairs. They have bathroom control, and now they should very soon have control of the entire top floor. SCP, it's going to be his job to go inside and play with the IQ to get the Pulse, but also be wary of the C4 that might be put down. It's going to be his job to prevent his team from getting blown up from below by the Pulse.
And also Creed at the same time. I think actually IQ is looking for any Valk cams if there were, because Valk is on the board. And Valk is one op that you would think would have been brought out, especially for this site here. But oh, that's a very interesting strategy choice there by Machine Soldiers as well. Not reinforcing, but would he get the? I don't think there's anyone there. There's SCP who's close, but they won't be able to get the kill. He's not going to use that nitro. He's going to keep it in pocket. But what I was saying, they haven't reinforced any of that. Oh, Adrian!
Oh,
Oh,
good night,
he
buddy.
failed. Oh no, good night. Just hit the good nights in the chat. That's the first kill on the board. Machine Soldiers go off with a bang and with a stun over kill. There goes the Nitro. Creed's on towards the IQ. Steely immediately refags though, back through the holes that were made from that Nitro. But in this situation, it could be anyone's game still.
4v3 is so looking extremely good for Machine Soldiers, so Maestria have to fight off the disadvantage in this situation, but still, every single angle into the site is still being covered by the defenders, and now the kill again from Adrian with the bearing 9. He's unstoppable with this weapon. He's proving me wrong by playing the shotgun and then just getting all the kills on the secondary. That is insane. Now it's up to AD and Panda, and they don't have a way into the site. They can open up this castle barricade for sure, but then the soft wall is going to deny them. Ooh, defeat of Venoms. He knows, and he's going to run away, but he's not going to get caught.
Ow.
He gets,
Ow.
he survives. Oh my god. Bad timing for Panda, but now he has to jump down with his teammate and have to get into the site. But is there anyone to deny it? They have the angles, and they have the smoke grenades, but they don't have the time. The castle barricade is next to them. They have only one way into the building, but now they're gonna get denied, and they're gonna die. Adrian with the triple. He could go for a quad here, but looks like Panda's gonna be playing conservative. He knows that he cannot get anything. He's gonna get one kill onto the smoke, but then immediately killed by discount. The UMP finishes the job, and that is 2 rounds in a row for Machine Soldiers. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be a rehost coming out, I believe. So
I believe. So we're just gonna wait for them to come back in. But that round, Rick, just I think the Nitro kill, the bearing 9 plays alone was enough for Machine Soldiers to win that. It was very well played from the defensive side. I think also on the attacking side, from Maestria's point of view, they didn't do enough vertical play. And they didn't get enough control or drone out enough to realize, oh, there's a castle in that laundry room. We cannot push that way. We're going to be bottlenecked. You know? I think those are the mistakes that Maestria made. They could have won that round quite easily. Well, not easily, but they could have had a chance of winning that round, Rick.
I mean, definitely because they have a sledge inside of Laundry with the Twitch, so they could open up that castle barricade and at least have 2 ways into the site and not 1. The fact that they funneled through that little choke point on the wall, that was
It was timing.
not a good
It
look
was
at all.
timing.
That
They couldn't do anything at that point with timing. 15
exactly.
seconds, I believe it was.
There was like 10 seconds
Attackers
left
need to
actually.
locate and
Well,
defuse as many bombs as
after
they
the
can.
initial drop, so that was just unfortunate. Now we're gonna be going upstairs. Now I will say this is the site that Machine Soldiers won off of the back of a clutch from Venom. So I believe he was the one who pushed out into the plant and got a kill on the sledge who was putting the bomb down, and he saved the round from a 4v2 for his team. So that does mean, however, that on this particular site, Maestria are better at picking off the players and getting a man advantage, which, theoretically speaking, on average, gives them
To go.
a higher chance of winning the round. We'll see if they can replicate that success or
5
not.
seconds.
Now they're gonna switch over from the IQ to the Habana because they know that unlike the last round, there is not a pulse, there is not a Valkyrie because Machine Soldiers have not touched Valkyrie at all. So we'll see how it develops with the Habana now finally playing Heartbeat for his team.
They're using the same strategy they used in that first round, which was that mirror strat over on that north side. The only players they've got playing there is literally one, and I believe it is Creed's on the Azami, who was aggressive last time he played. He played in that concrete door and nearly got a kill, I believe it was onto E-Toils early on into the round. So they have to be careful here, Machine Soldiers. They're using a lot of utility, but not really playing with it, in my opinion, Rick.
Oh, the Kiba barriers. It's not gonna stop Ito as though he's already in. Nothing was done for Creeds. He put all those shields up and they do him no good as he dies to the Finka. The Jaeger on the side of Honk, he is trying to fight back, but he knows that it's a losing game. He has to run away, and I believe he did. Straight back to site, and again, Maestria with the opening pick, but do not count out Machine Soldiers yet, because this is exactly how it went down the last time around.
Yeah, they have control of this entire
Attackers have
side
located a
of
bomb.
site. They have trophy, they have statuary. There's 2 players that we saw below So they have to be careful of nitros. Adrian has a nitro and discount, but there goes one of the nitros, getting rid of the drone that was on Wolf. So they've only got discount now with the nitro, who's gonna be used to deny their plans. So they got one nitro and the three smoke canisters coming from Venoms. But if Maestria managed to eliminate either discount or Venoms, that this could change the game drastically in favor of Maestria winning this round. And it should have been on that first round that we saw. It was literally all up to Venoms, as you said last time. But they now have 90 control here, Rick. They have the groundworks laid. Now they just need to rotate and execute properly in a respectable amount of time.
Bomb located by attackers.
All you have to do is open up vault with a vault opening. You can then go for a plant, especially though if you can also get a kill onto Punk, which he has not died yet, but he came very close there. So he has to be very careful. But there are still one gas canister and one C4 on discount, so do not discount him yet. But I will, however, discount Panda because he got killed by Adrian over on the side of Study, and they are doing good work here by opening up Vault. That should deny any possibility of denying the plant on map. But Adrian has something to say about that, but you didn't know where he is. He's sitting on the corner. Let's see if the grenade goes in and kills him. Etos does it. It's a 1v4. Discount is the last one alive, and he's gonna get killed immediately. This time, there's no clutch. It's just a sweep. Maestria proving once again that they have a solid Aviator Games attack, and it's showing they're just showing the world.
So
They're just showing us how it was supposed to be done last time.
Let's compare, as I think as you said there, let's compare that round, that execute, to what we saw in the execute before. Yes, they both had a flurry of kills, but the one important detail was timing and how quick they got the kills. There was 3 kills killed off in a matter of seconds. 3 kills from 3 different players, Rick.
Attackers need
Not
to
all the
locate
same,
and
but
defuse
3
bombs.
different. Now you know there had to be a lot of communication and a lot of coordination with Maestria's attack there.
And one crucial detail I will add, Vault. They opened Vault. Last time, Venoms pushed out from Vault through the smoke to kill the planter. This time, he does not get that chance. He just simply does not. And it's not just pushes in and gets a kill onto the players on bar as well. They denied every single angle that they can, and it worked out perfectly. The grenade from the finger onto the player in the study corner, that was also beautiful. Everything done so well by Maestria, but can they translate that same success onto a trophy attack? Because last time they did. Last time they got a win here, very close though, because Machine Soldiers were in position to win the round on trophy, and they kind of let it slip. So will we see them repeat the same mistakes, or can they just do it better now? We'll see.
That is the question. We will see. And we will see, I think Maestria, if they have a good attack, if they push nicely, and more importantly, Rick, get the first kill, they can have a very good chance of winning this round. And that might be all seconds away from getting the kill with that player rotating back towards Vault. You see him on the outline there, just crouching around Vault position. This could be a huge time waster for Machine Soldier.
Oh my god.
Just peeks out, gets away with it, and is able to rotate back, but he's finally been downed. But he's not been confirmed yet. He still has a player to back him up there. And look at that.
No.
Line from Etoils. And all of them, they're going to get Venoms back up. And it's going to be a 5 versus 3.
Where are the flank drones, Maestria? That was 2 kills that was just simply could have been avoided if they simply watched the flank. ADN is dead as well, Honk. This is looking like a flawless round. And it's the last one alive. He has to get at least 1 kill to deny it, but he does not have any chance of winning this round whatsoever. And so Machine Soldiers, they proved that they had this site on lock last round, and then they slip it, but now they don't let it slip, and they are dominating 5v1. It's just they're not even giving Maestria any chances. Maestria, they pushed into bathroom and bedroom last time, and they got that success, but this time they are just letting it go like this. Pana's sitting down, and he's gonna give his team a tactical timeout, essentially. A free one.
It's basically a free, and unless Machine Soldiers go to push, which they can risk it if they send 2 people. But I think this round just shows that even if you have a solid attack, even if you have the coordination, the communication, you can always get caught off by weird and just unexpected pushes, like we saw from Machine Soldiers pushing out of that study single door, distracting them with the main stairs and then pushing out with that single door, and then turning around and able to use that as Zami to block off the entrance. It was a beautiful, well played there from Machine Soldiers in that round, and they will now go 3-2 up unless Panda can get 5 kills.
Just look at Venom. He's 4 HP. He got down and now he's 4 HP. Don't you just think that Thunderbird is a bit strong? Oh. Oh.
Oh, here
What
we
a meta we live in.
Attackers
Yes.
have located a bomb.
Let's see
Oh.
what's happening. He's gonna get.
15
I'd
seconds
like him
left.
to get 1 kill here. Smoke's popping out. He's gonna try and do something here. Free
seconds
fire's
left.
coming out. He just can't walk past. He just stares at the bullets in the hole. He's gonna walk
5 seconds to
into
go.
that statue.
Close range shotgun.
And from close. He
Oh.
gets the kill. Not a flawless round. Smoke's popping out for extra
Operators,
measures,
you're out
but
of
they
time.
won't get the kill on towards the Twitch there. And it's not a flawless round, but it's still a win for Machine Soldiers.
Convincing win. A definitive win. Like you need that to like establish your momentum and to go into the final round of this first half. Dining Room Kitchen is back at it again, and this is the site that Machine Soldiers just massacred Maestria on. So will we see a 4-2 half? I do think so, Pyro. We will likely see it.
It's hard to speculate in our
Attackers
business
need to
here.
locate
It's
and
very hard to
defuse bombs.
speculate what might happen, but you can have an educated guess. It's either going to be 4-2 or 3-3. Now, with the way that last round went and the way that momentum has been played in Siege, and especially in Top Siege, momentum is a massive thing. So Machine Soldiers definitely have the advantage going into this round. And their site choice, if they can execute it well and play the correct strategy with Castle and not lock themselves off, basically just play what they did last time they were on here, Rick. That's all
10
they need
seconds
to do.
remaining. Attackers
Waste
have
as
discovered
much
the
of my
location of a
Maestria's time
bomb.
as possible.
5 seconds to
Yeah,
insert.
precisely. And again, the double shotgun setup, it worked out for them.
Attackers
So
are moving to defuse
we
the
will
bomb.
not count them out at all. So any adaptation coming out from Maestria though, I would not say so because there's nothing particularly special about the way that they're playing right now. They are just still gonna pick the IQ to counter the posts, but that's about it. Everything else is box standard. The Nomad. However, I will say that one thing they can improve on is for flank watch at the moment because last time, like I said before, 2 very avoidable kills if someone was on the drone. There has to be at least 1 player on every roster who is gonna spend about 70% of the round on drones.
Yeah,
That is the
half-
limit. That is absolute minimum, you know?
That is the point of no congestion. It's going to be a support player. It's going to be a hard breach if you have one. In this case, it will be the Nomad who will be on drones, but the Sledge as well if you have any of those guys. But first gunfight coming out. Creed's taking a lot of damage. We're just getting a bit too aggressive. And they already have top floor control in Maestria. They can push
Attackers
in
have
and
located
they
a
can
bomb.
start to put pressure onto Machine Soldiers' positionings.
ADN, he's getting shot down to about 50 HP. Not sure where that was from. But still some damage regardless. The Finka though will make it easier for him, but not like that. ADN getting put heal backed up will not save you from that C4. Ito is also down, and just because he just used it recently, he cannot pick himself back up. 3v5, and Machine Soldiers are still full health, and they can heal themselves back up. Everything is going so well for them now, and there's nothing that, but in particular, that Maestria are doing, except for Panda getting a kill onto Venom to put it back into an even man count. That is the post con as well. There's a lot of information denied, but losing the shotgun is not always going to be the end of the world. Now they need to at least find 1 more kill to make it favorable for them, but it's definitely shaping up to look better than the last round, at least.
Yeah.
And look, they cleared out the back castle barricade this time. See?
They're listening to us. The only thing I don't like about Machine Soldier setup here is the fact that they have that double wall in Memoriam that's open, because they can be shot from above. But you know where the push is going to come from now from Maestria. It's going to come from that launch area. They've got the wall open. They've got the castle barricade gone. They now have 40 seconds to plan and execute on towards the site, but they've still got a top floor presence. It's still a 4 versus 4 even rank count, and there is still 1 more smoke left on the board for Smoke. He's gonna use that last one, protecting his flank. Kill comes out, Discount gets the kill, and suddenly Maestria are looking in a bad position here. Another kill rings out as Honk, but is immediately traded off from
15
in towards
seconds to
site.
go.
Plants going down by
Uh-oh.
SCP. It's all up to CZ. He's got to kill 3 people, prevent 3 people
Oh my-
from and it's down. Adrian gets the kill on towards the planter, and that is going to be it. Machine Soldiers get the victory and take a 4-2 lead going in towards the second half of this second map.
That was an incredible retake there from
Yeah.
the side of the Machine Soldiers. The fact that they were not afraid of sacrificing their players to get the denial. They let the Goyo run in and get killed and get downed by the cover by the player who was covering for the plant, and that allowed Adrian to push out and just get a headshot onto the actual planter. So then that put the last player in a 1v2. That was just
Attackers need to
great
locate and defuse
coordination
as
from that
bombs they
team.
can.
They deserved that round for sure. 4-2. It looked like Maestria could have had something going on there, but it was not meant to be in the end. I think if he planted more tucked to the wall, in the corner, he might have actually been safer, because then he would not have been vulnerable to Adrian. But the fact that he planted in the middle of the room, I think that is one of the reasons that cost them, because
On the door, maybe. Well, even if it's harder to protect from the kitchen side, there was only one pushing from that side. If you remember, 2 of them were pushing from that art side, so
10
he could have
seconds to
easily
go.
got the kill on playing from that kitchen side. And as soon as they know there's
5
2
seconds
players
insertion.
coming from Memoriam, they can switch up their plant position or
Attackers must locate
adjust
and
their
defuse the
positioning.
bomb.
I think the fact that they put the player on towards master bedroom, not master bedroom, but on towards the kitchen was the deciding factor in that 2 versus 3 clutch. Yeah.
I mean, most certainly, because like the thing with that was that well, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. I think we have basically analyzed everything about that round, so let's ignore that for now. We're going to be going over to the next half with Maestria on the defense. Now, this is, I believe, the side that they would have loved to start on, but since they picked the map, they don't get to. Now, it will be firstly an AVG defense, and their setup looks eerily similar to the side of Machine Soldiers in terms of utility placement, but not in terms of who is being played. Especially not if ADN is just gonna die like that to discount 4v5 so soon. And the smoke too. You cannot lose your smoke so soon into a round. And now Honk gets a kill onto E-Toils. Wow.
And that's Wamai as well, so that's already a lot of grenade denial gone off the board. This is all falling apart for Maestria. Adrian adds another one to the misery for Maestria, and SCP and Steely are all that remains. You've got the ACS and you've got the LS Scorpion. Steely finds a kill onto discounts. That's the Flores off the board. And SCP is looking to find another. But in a 4 versus 2 situation, with one of the guns that don't have a high rate of fire, you're not looking in the best of positions. Walls being open on the side of Machine Soldiers. They're starting to slow down. They have to defuse down in a very bad spot here. Oh, just missing the feet there.
SCP, if he had been playing on the other angle. Oh my god, no! Adrian, he's playing from below. With that angle, he got to go into Steely. SCP is dead from creeps. Machine Soldiers make it look easy. And again, from the... Oh, and that was a push out from the Alibi. He tried in the end there, but it was not to any kind of fruition. 4v2, I think one of the... one important thing about those last seconds is that one of them had to try to make a play, because at 4v2, you have to have someone try to do something ridiculous to make it a 3v2, and then you are in a better position. But the players from Maestria, they kind of just sat around and waited, and then the Ella died. The Alibi then tried to make a play, but it was too late. You're in a 4v1. You don't let that happen, So
Defenders protect
Machine
your
Soldiers
bombs
are
from
closing the
being used by
distance and
attackers.
looking to lock in their Titan spot for next season already, while Maestria are looking to get, knocked out of the bracket.
Yeah, they need to get back into it. But do you remember a similar situation to what happened last round? Last map. It was 5-2, and Venoms did a very questionable
He's not
thing.
tapping it this time. He's
Not
not tapping
typing
it.
at GG. So I think he's learned his lesson now. He's learned that Maestria can get a comeback, and he doesn't want it to happen again. They want to lock it up within 2 maps,
10
and
seconds
don't
remaining.
force them to go on towards Clubhouse, because Machine Soldiers just look on
5
fire.
seconds to insertion.
If they can carry this momentum and win this next round, I believe it will be all
Attackers
over
must
for
locate and
Maestria.
defuse the bomb.
Could a comeback still happen? The thing is, they have a timeout left in their pocket, so that is gonna be what breaks the momentum from Maestria should they try to replicate what happened last round. And the thing is, this is the exact same defense setup though, and Machine Soldiers, they know how to play around it. So I am looking at a 6-2 result here. Now, so far, I believe ADN is trying to take a gunfight over on the side of Trophy, but it's not gonna have any results. And now they're pushing the players back. The LMGs,
Ooh, Adrian!
LMGs. SCP loses it despite having the ulta on him, and that is the Maestro dead as well. So much impact on that Evil Eye, just now gone. SCP 2-7. He's not having the best game, and now he's dead. And that's just so bad for Maestria. The C4 from below, but the information is not complete. They miss it, and that's a lot of weight, a lot of utility wasted. And now E12s, he has to fall back with his team. Panda, he's looking for a flank, but is someone, there are 5 players alive. Is anyone on the flank zone? Like right now, they're not, but they have to be wary of it, Cannot let Panda get this flank.
They've got no flank watch. They've got no claymores. They have cams.
Oh, wait. There it is.
They do have a cam, but no one's going to be sat watching it. I believe, Discount will be
He was.
but yeah, he is watching it. But Panda can still get a cheeky flank going on towards the later end of the game. But Maestria, all they need to do is hold out. But the first gunfight for that first initial kill might come out here. Quick peek. But he gets distracted by 90. Finally, Adrian pushes up. Teamwork went out there from both of those players. Panda gets killed immediately on the trade-off. A triple kill from Adrian in the round. This could be going on for an ace. Maybe
that is what you love to see. The teamwork there was fantastic. The double push-up, the refrag, everything is going perfect for Machine Soldiers. They are not letting the game get to their head this time around. It's just 2 players. ADN, he's just running back and forth between study, but he cannot do anything. There's so many angles to watch. So many attackers with so many more bullets in their guns. It's just so difficult. Now, Ito is locked out by his own utility. ADN, almost a nice shot there, but he misses it. That could have been the game changer, but it's not meant to be. The LMG finished him off. It's Ito, he has to walk through the fire, but they know where he is. 6-2. Machine Soldiers are not letting it slip this time. Discount, impact player, flank watch, he can also frag for you. And there it is. Match point, series point.
I'm disappointed at Discount. It was a 4K from that thinker. I wanted the ace. I'm like, oh, please let him get the kill. Please let Adrian do it. But,
Adrian got the clip. I think
he got the clip. That's all that matters. But I would have liked the ace. The ace would have been nice to see, Rick. But I think you summed it up perfectly there. Machine Soldiers 6-2. Not only match, but series point, Rick. Let that sink in for a moment.
I think right now, Maestria, they did not call a timeout. I think they are completely broken here, and they cannot come from this because they did not call a timeout. I think they still have 1 in their pocket, but they did not call it, so that is the death knell for them. It's pretty much done, unless of course I'm cast cursing it here and they start to come back. But
is the first time we see Valk? Quick question.
I think this is actually the first time we see Valk. Yeah, she was banned on the last map, and no one's been playing her for 8 rounds. Pose on Maestria though. We did see Pose on Machine Soldiers before, but Valk,
the 2 together. Valk and
and they're not playing IQ.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Deadly duo.
Do they know? Is Machine Soldier aware of this? Run out. But the thing is that they're not even running, they're not even spawning there, so I think they're fine. But Discount takes a lot of damage from a spawn peek, but he survives. And that is the only thing that matters, especially with the Thinker on board. Here comes the jump in, and they're going to be attacking Study, and then slowly push over to the site.
Yeah, with this push, they just need to get control quickly. They do see Steely on that aviator door, but he's going to just push back almost immediately. Towards 90, he has to be careful. The window's open. There is 1 player repelling on that. Drone gets shot at almost immediately there. Steely is doing the correct thing and rotating back towards the site. There's too much pressure coming from a multitude of different angles at that point there, Rick. You usually can't stay there. First kill, Adrian on the board! Starting off how he started off last round with a beautiful headshot on towards the Mozzie.
This is the beginning of the end. It's a 5v4, and the post is not having a lot of effect here. I think he already threw a C4 onto the ceiling above him, but they need to be if if machine soldiers are aware of it, then he is not
Attackers
even
have
a
located a
threat.
bomb.
And exactly where that C4 is placed, I believe it is on Wolf or on
Yeah.
Trophy Window right
It's
there.
probably on yeah.
It's on Wolf. But are they sure that no one's downstairs? Gotta check it. Oh, the pulse is rotating back up, so they now will have to rely on visual information. The C4 gets him, but there's a player in the basement, and they know SCP is dead! Adrian with so much information on him, and 4v3, he almost got taken up at the post, but here comes the push out!
Oh, Adrian!
It's it! 3v3, but he's so low! They can get the rebound right now! And then 3v2! 3v1! Could there be 3v1? No, but it can go for a plant right now. There's no denial from them, and now Steel is stuck in a corner, he's gonna get shot, but actually Ethos gets a kill! It's so close right now, 2v2, but Steel is so low, and the UMP cannot do it! He's gonna get killed! Steel, 1 HP in a dream! He has to save his team right here, right now! But he cannot possibly do it with this much HP on him, and he does not know where the attackers are. He has to check every angle, but they know where he is. Finds him. This guy gets the last kill. My voice is dead, but so is the last player. Machine Soldiers get the 2-0 on the series.
That is it. I love that end commentary there, Rick. Oh, what intense gameplay. All three of them rushing through that statuary door, just overwhelming that Frost. It was beautiful. Just the first game was so close, and this second game is what I think they needed to secure their spot in Talent League Season 8.
They definitely secured it just now,
Yeah.
and that is going to be a confident
With a
booster.
statement. With a statement. as
Going
well.
going next week into the semifinals, they are on fire, and we will have an interview, I believe. So stick around real quick. Yep, that's Adrian. And hello, welcome to the desk.
Hello, this is my
Adrian.
first time here.
Welcome. And it's going to be a good time because I want to start off with one question. That 4K, what was going through your mind?
Which round, sorry?
That was not the last round, but the round before that, when you were Thinker on Villa.
To be honest with you, I weren't even paying attention.
Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, you're in the moment. I got a bit annoyed because Discount kind of stole your ace. I was like, I'm hoping for an ace here. I really, really want this ace.
I just rather get the win.
Yeah, I can see your point, and that's more of a humble-sided approach, and that's what I think most players do need in this level. You're here to secure a spot for next season, and that is your goal, and you have achieved it. So what are your thoughts? What are your feelings right now?
I'm really happy, especially that I did better the second map, because I did my job, but I don't think it was enough for me. I think I should have done better in the first map, but we won, so it can only go up.
Oh, little question for you. Why the shotgun on Thunderbird and Pulse?
So, little insider, we
Oh.
it's mute that they've banned, and that is the only operator I play on that map. And there's a lot of rotates that needed to be done, and Castle discount for him on 200 ping said he needs help, so it was Thunderbird because I didn't think of anyone else.
I mean, that makes sense. You do have the Bearing 9, and you kind of smoked that guy on top of Red with the Bearing 9, so wow, that was the GN. But hey, you know what? It worked out, so I'm very glad for you.
Yeah, that was a disgusting kill, if I do say. I didn't
Oh,
even
going
see him
straight
on
to
my
next
screen.
montage?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that montage. I think you need to get some in-game clips put on Twitter after this win. I would like to hear what your comms were like, especially during that first game, because we actually saw Venoms put out GG on, I believe it was 5-2, and then they literally just won 4 rounds in a row. I believe it was on defense. Was Maestria. So what are your thoughts after that GG went out? Venom's being a bit cocky there, and it actually, I guess Karma just bit you in the ass there.
You could potentially say it's Karma, but he kind of just recently he's been on autopilot for some reason. In the scrims, he's blamed the excuse on being tired. We've told him not to be tired, but it seems he's tired on league game as well, which isn't good enough in my opinion. But that was scary, especially since they just needed one more round to win the map, our map, which I accidentally didn't even mean to pick. It was supposed to be
Oh my God.
Clubhouse. which was
Oh.
also stressful for me.
I guess that is an added bit. If you as in pick a wrong map, that you got the entire team on your back almost, and you'd be like, all right, guys, just I know I made the mistake, but trust me. Do you still have Chalet as one of your better maps though? It's kind of like strats in it, and you've proven you can play in it.
Chalet is definitely one of the more easier maps to play outside of Clubhouse, Oregon, and Villa. And we didn't have too much time to trial with Charlie, as you've seen, Denny's not here. So, and since it's such a easy map to play, we've just tried to grind it out to make it one of our best maps. So we have at least a 4 map pool.
For those best out of 5 situations in grand finals. That's a very smart idea to at least have 4 good maps that you know quite well.
Yeah, that is the goal.
Rick, any more questions coming from you?
Not particularly. No.
Well, I just want to say, Agent, massive congratulations for Machine Soldiers. You have guaranteed your spot next season. And good luck in towards the next round. And we'll hopefully see you in the grand finals. That is the goal.
Absolutely, that is the goal.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you for having me here. It was a
Okay.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure watching you as well.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
That has been your lower bracket semi-finals here in the Talent League Titan series. Rick, I just want to say it was an amazing 2 games.
It was. The first game was incredible. The second game was a bit more one-sided, but even then, it delivered on those rounds, and I'm appreciative of that. And um, certainly, it was a pleasure casting with you, Pyro, as usual.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you.
Oh, I love you too, man.
I know
And
it's great present with you too.
and I think that would be all of the teams locked in for the final semifinals next week. So do come back by then and tune in to find out who goes to the grand finals. Until then, do you have anything more to add, Pyro?
No, I'm all good. I'm just happy it was such an amazing game, and it was a pleasure to have the viewers watching such a good level of talent.
Absolutely, as usual.
And
So
thank you to Trippin before before we sign off. We need to
yeah,
say a big
Trippin.
thank you to Massive Trippin because he's always here for us, always on the producing side. So
Yeah, he doesn't get enough thanks.
thank you.
So definitely
Whoa.
thank you, Trippin. But yeah, with all of that aside, if there is nothing more to add, then I'm Rick and Morty, and I've been casting with Pyro, and this was Talent League. See you next week.